just 2 days to go for the union budget to be presented in the parliament. So let's take a stock at the most important numbers that you need to keep an eye out in union budget 2026. And let's start off with the borrowings figure, and both the net borrowing and the gross borrowings figure should come up for you on your screens. First up, the net borrowing figure in FY21. Remember, it stood at about 12.6%. That of course is 10.3 lakh crore rupees. It rose to 11.6 lakh crore rupees in FY25, and this year it is expected to come in at about 11.67 lakh crore rupees. Shifting focus to the gross borrowing figure then, in FY21 it stood at about 12.6 lakh crore rupees, and it is expected to come in at about 16.1 lakh crore rupees in FY27. So gross and net borrowing, those are the two figures that you need to keep an eye out on. Shifting focus to income tax collection, and that too has risen steadily over the last few years. In FY24 it stood at about 10.5 lakh crore rupees, and that is expected to rise to 14.5 lakh crore rupees in FY27. So income tax collection, that's another important figure that you need to keep an eye out on. Shifting focus to GST collection then, and that too has seen a steady uptick ever since it got implemented. In FY21 it stood at about 5.4 lakh crore rupees, rose to 9.5 lakh crore rupees in FY25, and this time we are expecting GST collection to dip a tad bit as compared to last year, and this, remember, is on account of GST 2.0 rationalization, because of which GST collection is expected to see a decline this time around, and it could come in at about 9.8 lakh crore rupees. So that's another important figure that you need to keep an eye out on. So gross and net borrowing, income tax collection and GST collection, four important big macro figures that you need to keep on your radar in the upcoming budget.